Hey guys, what's up? It's GVKcollectibles, and today we're going to be taking a trip to the Dark Multiverse to stop the Batman Who Laughs and the Robin King, but we'll need the help of Wonder Woman. As I said, guys, today we'll be taking a look at the Wonder Woman from the Allfather wave, aka the Wonder Woman from Dark Knight's Death Metal, which is a sequel to Dark Knight's Metal, which we already did a review on that Batman that we did a while ago, a long time ago on the channel. But the thing is, so with these figures, it is a whole, I actually have the whole entire wave. So what I'm going to do is either every other week or every week, depending on how I want to do it. I think every other week will probably be it. I will review one of these guys, ultimately leading up to the Darkfather wave. I don't know why I call him the Allfather, but it's the Darkfather wave. So it's pretty cool. So as always, as you can know, this McFarlane packaging is way bigger than like a regular figure. Like for example here, this is the Flash packaging. So, like, comparison to that, the Flash is just a standard kind of packaging from Justice League, and that's the Wonder Woman. So, yeah, it's a pretty big box because it does include a few things, including the Build-A-Figure pieces of the Build-A-Figure wave, of course. So, you have Wonder Woman, Dark Knight's Death Metal with the Death Metal logo at the top. Then you get the back of the figure too. Then it shows all the Build-A-Figure pieces, which is this one will include the cape and the head, which we'll take a great look at. And you also have the other members of the wave, including the Robin King, Superman, and the Batman, which is just the same kind of Batman that was the single card release that didn't come with the Build-A-Figure wave. That instead of the scythe, he comes with this guitar. I don't know too much about it because I have not read Dark Knight's Death Metal. I only know a little bit about it, but it is pretty cool. You could get all the asks right here, like follow McFarlane on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Of course, you get a really cool production shot of Wonder Woman right here, which is like, we'll get into it, but she's probably one of my favorite figures of this wave in general. So with that out of the way, let's get onto Wonder Woman herself. Here we have Death Metal Wonder Woman out of the packaging, and I've got to say, well, I've had this figure for quite a bit, and I got to say, this is arguably probably one of my favorite figures of the wave. All the figures are really cool. I like the Batman, I like the Superman, I like the Robin King. Is a character I have really no knowledge of too much, but it is really cool to see all these figures. I really, even when the comic book was out, coming out, I really loved Wonder Woman's design just because of how unique and kind of different it is to what her normal design is. I love the blue streaks of hair. I love just the armor design in general. The chain, like, sword, like the chainsaw is kind of crazy, which is kind of fits into that death metal kind of album aesthetic that Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder go for within the Dark Knight story. Those, especially Dark Knight's metal and death metal, respectively. But yeah, I think this figure is really cool, and she does come with a few accessories, only a few, and also a part. She does come with Build-A-Figure waves, which we'll take a closer look at right now. And as I said, Wonder Woman does come with a few accessories, you know, just the basic ones. So let's get out the basic one. Of course, she comes with a standard DC base. You've pretty much seen this base. It's not changed at all. It's got the little DC embroidered logo right there. Nothing too noticeable, but it does the job. It does really good. I actually like these bases. I like how McFarlane actually includes them, because usually some of the times some of the figures are not necessarily the best of standing up, so it's really good that they included that. She also comes with her chain sword here. This kind of chain look, it's a weird looking chainsaw thing, and it looks super cool, super dope. You got like you got the gold around it, and this like really cool, I want to say, it reminds me, this blue reminds me of Godzilla's Atomic Breath quite a bit, from the Monsterverse movies, which is really cool. I really like the look, including the blue right there. It looks really good, and the silver paint is really great. I wish there was a little dry brushing right here, because there is kind of like this kind of grip that's like wrapped around. It looks really cool, which I really enjoy. It looks really cool, I gotta say. And there's also like the chain, like I guess the chain right there or something, or like some rope, I don't know. But it looks really cool. I really love the design of this. It's a very unique looking weapon for Wonder Woman to have. Very unexpected for her to have. And she also comes, like with all the DC figures, she comes with a little collectible card, which is really cool. I actually kind of like these a little better, because I think I was complaining, I think think it's the Thomas Wayne or some previous ones that the card were getting really too thin in comparison, so I think they really hit the happy in between with this one. And also to note, a lot of the figures now are not really using like comic art as they first did. They're more so using production shots of the figures, which they like. It looks good. I'm a little disappointed just because I think it would be really cool to actually show what the characters look like in the comic books. I really like that inclusion, but like, once again, I guess I can get the point of view where Todd's coming from, and everybody's design-wise is you're showing off the figure, like it's kind of a collectible card, so it is really cool. And of course, you get like a little read-up on the back, which I will get a close-up of, and so you can pause and read that too, which is really cool, and it really shows that gives you some information on the on the event and everything. So it's really cool. And she does also come with like all the figures in the wave that we're going to be talking about. She does come with Build-A-Figure pieces. So she comes with a head and the cape of the oh god, I was gonna get it wrong again. I think it's the Allfather wave. Basically, it's Darkseid Batman, essentially, from the Dark Multiverse, which looks really cool. Like, his face sculpt right here looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, I love the gray and everything, the yellow eyes. It looks really cool, really solid. And the cape looks really great, too. I love the detailing on it, too. You get a lot of bumps and a lot of good sculpted, like, little details here and there, so, which is really good. And it, like, once again, I'll probably I'll do a little bit of a review on the Allfather. I think on the last figure I'm going to review, which is probably going to be the Robin King, I'll just review this guy at the same time, just because they both seem kind of sinister. So yeah, that's all the accessories he comes with. I think they're really great accessories that she comes with. Not too many. I wish we'll get into my kind of final thoughts on that, which I wish this figure included, but with that being said, let's jump into Wonder Woman's greater details. Here we have Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, of course, and as I said, I think with all the, like, the main trio, the Trinity in Dark Knight's Death Metal, I think Wonder Woman's design is probably my favorite. I just love the look of it. I like the aesthetic she has within the comic. I've only seen like pictures here and there from the comics, a little known about. I only know a little few things here and there, but it's really cool. You get like, there's a lot of great sculpted detail, I think, on this figure. I think they did a really great job with Wonder Woman. On this figure. I would love to see like a regular Wonder Woman, but it is really cool that we got this one, which I really love. I think this is a very cool design for Wonder Woman herself, I should say. I love the blue hair, like the blue hair detailing on it. It's really good, and it's like, it actually, like, if you can look, there's actually like a like when it goes to blue, it actually like fades into blue. So you got the black and the blue, which look really good. I really love that like design. Just in general, the torso looks really good too. The sculpted details, like I love the aesthetic of it just because it is like heavy metal kind of album art inspired kind of design, which looks really cool, but it has a lot intact to make sure, like, hey, this is Wonder Woman, and it's really cool. I love the look, like there's a lot of great sculpted detail on this figure. I love the skulls right here. Kind of reminds me of the skull, the bones of Amankara from Destiny, like for the exotic for the hunters. It really reminds me of that. Then you got the gold gauntlets too, and everything. Yeah, there's not much more I could say. Like, I love the gold that they use. I love the blue, the reds. I really love all the colors of Wonder Woman, and also much like the Allfather, and really with the whole majority of these Dark Knight Death Metal figures, they have a really detailed cape, which is like this. It's a rubbery plastic, which is really good, so it's really playable, so you can do that. And there's a lot of great details on the back as well, so you get to like see very much that same kind of like the detailing on front of the suit is really good, and especially like the skirt and everything looks really cool. The sculpting on the boots. Yeah, this is a really well sculpted figure. I really enjoy the sculpt on this figure. There is a few complaints I have with it, though. I do wish, with a lot of these figures, and hopefully McFarlane will do this in the future. It took Marvel Legends to a while to do it, but I really want to see Even though he's done it with a few figures here and there, I want to see it with kind of a more wider range of figures so you can get him into multiple action poses where they're not just kind of... Because I think he's still kind of... Not in the statue mentality, I would say, like the still kind of figures like that he was doing, like with the movie Maniacs, the Cult Classic, not Cult Classic, that's NECA, but like kind of this, that style of figure of where it's more of a small scale statue with some articulation. Mainly my only thing I would say is like the interchangeable hands would be really, really cool, and maybe not necessarily interchangeable head, but the, that's another thing I actually didn't mention, the head, the sculpting on the face is really, really good. And the paint apps look really, really wonderful. McFarlane, whoever's doing like the sculpting, who's done the sculpting for this whole wave, because I've actually had the wave for a while and I've taken a look at them, they all look fantastic. They are all wonderfully sculpted. So yeah, I think this figure is really, really beautiful, really well sculpted. I really enjoy it. As I said, probably one of my favorite figures of the wave. And it's kind of weird that we're starting with this one, but I really enjoy a lot of the other ones. The Batman's really, really cool. Superman's really, really cool and interesting too. And the like Robin King, super interesting, very unique character, very, very popular right now. And the Allfather is also, or the Dark Father I should say, is pretty cool as well. So with all the talks of detail out of the way, let's get into Wonder Woman's articulation, then we'll do some size comparisons and give my final thoughts. Okay, so Wonder Woman can't really look up all too much, mainly just because of the hindrance of the hair, but she can look down really, really well, which is really, really cool. She, the head is on a ball joint, so you can like kind of wither it, and you can get into looks. Oh yeah, you could get a decent amount if you like move the sculpted hair, which is really, really good. Arms can move out that far. Oh shit. Arm could pop out easily, but oh, so that's cool. She actually has a like a swivel up top here, which is really, really cool, something that I didn't notice. Then she has double jointed elbows, of course. Her hand is on the unique kind of like ball joint system that McFarlane has, of where you're able to, it's like the single kind of pivot, but you can rotate it very much like a Rebel Tech joint, I would say. I've kind of said that multiple times, but I actually really, really like this because you actually get a good amount of range out of them instead of like a standard like hinge, I would think. Although like it is as good, I think, but it's his kind of own unique style. She doesn't really, oh yeah, she does. She has a bit of an ab crunch, but I think it is hindrance due to the rubber of the plastic of the actual clothing. So she can do it, but it's like a little hard. She can move her back a little bit too as well, but her legs can move up. She doesn't have a thigh swivel, but she can move up. They can kick out that far and go that back, which is really, really good. She has double jointed knees, and her feet move up and down. They are also on this kind of unique peg system, so you're able to get like a really good ankle pivot, and she also has that like front toe articulation that like all the McFarlane figures are kind of known for. Which is really, really good. So I really enjoy how they, so you can like essentially get them into like a cool like running pose, which not a lot of figures have this kind of like foot articulation, and about half the time the ones I do see it, they're really, really loose, but these are really, really solid. So like this Wonder Woman is a solid figure, so you're not gonna like I can drop her at, like from a distance and she's gonna be okay, which is gonna be really, really good. But the articulation I think is pretty solid for a Wonder Woman figure. I think the Wonder Woman 84 figure I think is still really, really good with articulation, so there hasn't been really too much change up with articulation with the Wonder Woman figures, but I do wish there was like a bit of a thigh swivel, so you can get like, once again, I'm thinking of more like, while it looks cool in a single pose that you can get her in like on the card, I would really like to see like interchangeable hands and that kind of stuff, so you can get her into like multiple poses, like have it a little bit be more dynamic on the shelf, so you can like pose it whenever you want. But other than that, like I do think the articulation is really, really good, pretty standard for a McFarlane figure. I think he's been really improved, like McFarlane in general has been improving with their articulation, so yeah, this one is no exception. So let's get into some size comparisons, see the other we'll compare to some other figures on the other wave, and also some other figures from different companies. Here's Wonder Woman. Compare maybe some teasers that you'll see on the channel eventually when I get to them. Once again, I gotta get done with this wave, but once again we have the color version of Frankenstein from NECA, of course, the brand new John Hammond from Mattel, which is fantastic. The SH Monster Art Kong, and the Black Series Camino Guard from Camino Trooper from Star Wars Clone Wars, of course, from Black Series. So it is really, really cool. She's about, she's pretty big. She is a little smaller compared to the Frank, even though these are technically the same scale. Frank, of course, is a bigger monster. He's a big old monster, so it does make sense, but it is really, really cool to see her compared to some other of these figures. You can also count this guy as Boba the Chimp from fucking Justice League Dark if you want. But, like, once again, this is kind of a like, at least these three right here, kind of a preview of what you're going to expect on the channel, so I'm very excited to see that. I'm just waiting for something really, really cool and specific for the Kong to do the review of, but you'll be seeing this guy pretty soon. Here she is compared to the other members of the wave. Of course, I'm not going to go too in-depth with every of them. We got the Robin King, we got the Dark Father, Batman, and the Superman. It's a pretty cool wave. I can't wait to get to all of them because I think each of them has their unique strengths. Of course, I will compare this Batman to the standard release that we got, like with the Scythe. There's really not too much difference other than this guy comes with a guitar, but it's a pretty dang cool waves, and I can't wait to review them all. The Allfather is my very first Build-A-Figure, so I'm very, very excited to get to this guy. So, as I said, you're probably going to be the next review that you're going to probably see of this wave is probably going to be the Batman, then the Superman, then of course we'll end it with Robin King and the Dark Father himself. The Trinity ready to take on the Dark Multiverse against the Batman and Laughs and the Robin King. I think this is a really, really cool, like, just pose to get them all in. It's a really, really cool. All these figures are really, really cool with their aesthetics, and as I said, I'll get into greater detail with pretty much all these figures in the wave, including the Robin King and the Dark Father, which I'm very excited about to get into because it's my first Build-A-Figure I've ever built. So, yeah, overall thoughts on the Wonder Woman. I think it is a really, really great design. I really love it. I think it's a well-designed figure. I think it's one of my favorite Wonder Woman figures I think I've had from McFarlane. I do like the 84 design just because it is close to the just traditional aesthetic design of Wonder Woman, but at the same time, I really do like these more kind of cool, outlandish designs. This wave's not going to be for everybody because I think Dark Knight's death metal is very particular for a lot of people. There's a lot of people who don't like it, there's a lot of people who do, but either way, I think the Wonder Woman design is killer. I also think I really became a fan of the Superman design and especially the Batman design. So yeah, but I think it is a really, really cool wave, really cool. McFarlane just continues to kill it with the details on these figures, and like detailing and articulation. As I said, my only, I think, minor gripes with the Wonder Woman figure itself is I wish it came with more interchangeable hands. I wish all McFarlane figures really did came with more interchangeable hands because I feel like there is a lot of playability that you could do with interchangeable hands. You can get them into a lot of cool poses and stuff, but that's only a minor gripe. Other than that, I think it's a great figure, and I think if you are a fan of Wonder Woman and just a fan of Dark Knight's death metal, I would suggest pick up the entire wave, but if you just want to pick up one of these characters, I definitely suggest the Wonder Woman. I think it is one of the coolest designs for the character. It was like, especially when Dark Knight's death metal got revealed, this design in particular really caught my eye. So yeah, that's it for Figure Review Friday. As I said, probably not next week, but then the week after, you're going to see this guy pretty soon. Not this guy, but the other guy. But we'll get into, you know, you'll see. You have to tune in and find out. So with that being said, that's Figure Review Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you get notified when we upload Mythical Mountain Mondays, What's in the Box Wednesdays, and Figure Review Fridays. I think I said on Mythical Mountain Monday a little while ago, me and Jack Spot Guy are working again, so we're going to try our best to get these videos out. I think he's even said stuff maybe on his videos and What's in the Box Wednesdays. If not, but just so you know. So maybe the schedule will flip around, so maybe like Figure Review Fridays may pop up on a Saturday for some reason or something like that. You'll have to find out. But either way, we're going to try to continue pumping out doing videos because we really enjoy doing the YouTube side of doing YouTube. I love doing the figure reviews. I love talking about comics. And I know he loves doing Funko like mystery boxes and stuff because it's always fun. Like, it's always like a roulette. You don't know what you're gonna get. So with that being said, also make sure to check us out on Instagram, and my Facebook page is of course down below as well. Also check us out on Mercari too. We have a lot of cool stuff on there as well. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe and peace.